Hello! Welcome to 60 Second Gamer. We are talking about Dr Mario and Tetris today. With me in the podcasting studio,
his bedroom,
is I'm Simon Pryor, by the way. You threw me there. With me, as always, Mr. Ant Tremaine and Mr. Rich Hatton.
It's me, Richie.
I expected, based on that, I expected a sort of like owl impression.
Oh, nice.
But no.
That's more of a pigeon.
Yes, yeah. So we've got a gargling pigeon. There we go. That'll do that.
Okay, sorry.
No need to milk it. And so today we are talking about Dr Mario and Tetris, both on the Nintendo Entertainment System. For Ant's
more commonly known as
the NES.
Yeah. For those who are thick.
Yeah.
Like 99% of the population of
like
British.
me.
Yeah, like 99% of our hometown.
Yes.
And for Ant's sake, we aren't playing the game in the background because he might go mental from
the music for Dr Mario is the most horrid thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
And it scares me.
It's all right if you know if you're used to 8-bit games, it's not too bad.
Oh no,
But
I'm used to 8-bit games. It's just that's the most freakiest music I think I've ever
It's
heard
not that
from an
freaky.
8-bit. But there, it doesn't take much to. Whenever I hear
you freak out at the sight of a bus.
Whenever I hear an ice cream van go past, I get scared of that music because I don't know that either. Because it just sound attitude.
Where did you find him?
I don't know.
Seriously?
I
Twitch
didn't.
through Twitch.
I didn't.
Where
I knew him through Jimmy.
Yeah, blame Jim.
Yeah, it's true.
When in doubt, just blame Jim.
You're
Sorry, Jim, if you do listen to this.
I doubt it.
No.
Anyway, I'll get on to Dr Mario. Dr Mario is a Tetris style game because obviously I'm the only one out of us who's really got any knowledge of Dr Mario. It's a Tetris style game. Basically, Dr Mario, who obviously is Nintendo's mascot.
He's given up his
he's given up
profession
plumbing
and
for a bit.
moonlighting as a doctor.
Dr Mario has more jobs than anything else. I mean,
He's
plumber,
rolling in it.
plumber, doctor, tennis umpire.
Tennis player.
He's also
Olympic contestant.
Yeah, Olympic contestant. He's also been board game character and mini game character.
My God.
He's been
He's a very good kart racer.
kart
Yes.
racer. Yeah, that's an obvious one. Why I didn't think of that.
Do you think maybe somewhere along the way he's just insurance fraud?
Yeah.
Just moving through all these different jobs to avoid them.
It's entirely
Perhaps
possible.
he's evading tax.
Yeah, it could be.
Stands a good chance. But anyway, in this incarnation, Mario's a doctor, and he's basically trying to cure these viruses that are in this jar. Why he's trying to cure viruses in a jar, I don't know. It's better if it's
He
someone's
doesn't do a
body.
very good job though.
He just throws them in, and then you've got to take over from
It
that point.
just throws these pills.
And
in
you've got 3 colours of virus. You've got red. Well, I say red. It's sort of a pinky sort of colour, yellow and blue. And you've got to throw like-coloured pills onto these viruses to clear them from the screen. You've got to get a chain of at least 4 like-coloured pills or viruses in a row to clear them from the screen. And obviously, if you get any in the wrong colour, so like you put like blue, yellow, blue, then that won't work. You've got to get rid of the blue on top of the yellow, and then get rid of the yellow, and then get back down and do the blue.
It's
So-
all very technical from
Yeah.
that.
If you watch the game, you sort of get the idea.
I don't think I lost you at blue.
Yeah.
Somewhere along the way.
Blue,
All of them.
yellow, blue.
Yeah.
Dr Mario. And that's pretty much the aim of the game. There, as always, there's a number of speed settings. You can have low, medium, high. You can have a choice of music, or in Ant's case, you can turn the music off completely.
No. It was just the menu music that.
Oh, it was
freaked
just
me
the
out.
menu. Okay.
The rest of the music I was fine with because it had a classical piece that I really liked.
Fair
Some of
enough.
the music I can't remember. What
Do,
it
do,
was
do, 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 do,
Oh
do.
yes, that
That's
was
it.
it. Was it that one? I can't
That's
remember.
Tetris, isn't it?
Yeah.
There isn't
Yes.
any classical music on Dr Mario, I don't think.
Wasn't there?
Yeah,
Oh,
you've got a
perhaps it
temperature
wasn't.
of like fever or chill.
Oh yes. No, I am getting mixed up
Yeah,
with Tetris.
or
Yes,
off.
my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Similar game, but
Oh no, the music to the main gameplay was just
Yeah.
annoying.
And beyond that, there is also a 2-player mode, which is basically the same thing, but you have to race against each other to clear the viruses before the other player does.
It has 2 jars this
And
time.
2 jars side by side, and that's pretty much it.
It's not a fat deal difference.
And there are 40 levels apparently. Yeah.
The way you said that with such enthusiasm.
I've
There's
never
40
got
levels,
that far into it.
apparently.
I've got about as far as like level 18 and then given up because it just got mental at that point. And that's really all there is to it. You got to. It's like Tetris. You clear the viruses, and every 5 levels you get a cutscene with some viruses sat in a tree.
Ta-da!
Why they're in a tree, I don't know. When previously they were in a jar,
Well,
presumably
yeah.
in laboratory conditions.
Yeah.
But,
it beats the hell out of Metal Gear Solid's filmatic cutscenes. Who knew?
Yeah.
Overrated. Why when you can have viruses in a tree?
Yeah,
Watching
it's
stuff fly over the
completely
top of
pointless.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much the extent of Dr Mario. It's one of those sort of games where you can you just it's like Tetris really. You just play it just to pass some time.
Mindless
Before
fun.
you know it, you can like lose an hour just
Yeah.
trying to beat it.
And lose a life to it.
It's back in the days when you really had to innovate to get people, to entertain people and get them to play the games. I mean, Tetris is a perfect example of that sort of game. And all the Tetris clones, which obviously Dr Mario is one of them.
There's been a lot.
Whereas today you've got a lot to cover to get people to like play the games. Like you've got to think of story, you've got to think of controls, you've got to think of this, that, and the other. And whereas back then it was like, okay, we've got to come up with a cool idea
Bollocks that
based
match.
on the ability of the console we have, which is 8-bit. I mean, my NES console is 5 times bigger than my PlayStation 2 Slim. So it
says it all.
says a lot really. And so I think that pretty much covers Dr Mario.
There isn't a
You
fat
can't
mouse.
really talk.
It's
about
probably
it.
that addictive. I've never played it, but I can imagine it's probably that addictive that when you start playing it, you'll be
Yeah, it's
young
great
and then
fun.
You finish playing it and you're on a drip.
I mean, there's actually
in a hospital bed.
there was versions on the Game Boy and I believe on the N64 with the interesting name of Dr Mario 64.
Oh,
Which a lot of N64 games did. It's
Yeah.
like Wave Race 64, Mario 64,
Mario
Dr
Kart.
Mario 64, Mario Kart 64. You can see the pattern developing there. But it's usually for like the games that were were on previous consoles, like on the SNES, and that have been adapted.
Rejigged.
Yeah. Donkey Kong 64. I'm not going to think of any more.
no, there's probably loads.
I'll be here all day just trying to think
Yes.
of the next one. So moving swiftly on, we'll go on to Tetris, which obviously everyone has played.
Yes.
And if you haven't, then
You've been locked in a bubble.
Why haven't you, and why aren't you addicted to it? It's like Tetris was the Peggle of the 1980s, quite frankly. I believe it might have been bundled with the.
I got it with
the
my
NES.
Game Boy.
Was it bundled with the Game Boy?
Yeah, the
I think
original Game Boy.
I never saw how Tetris could work on the original Game Boy, or most games on the original Game Boy, quite frankly, because you play it and you've got all these blocks that look vaguely similar to each other.
They were slightly different
Slightly
colours.
different. It's,
Slightly different shades of black.
yeah. So my eyes never
Right.
really got on with that. But it's like Puzzle Buster Move 3DX I had on the Game Boy. The
Oh,
original
I
Game
had
Boy.
that on the PlayStation.
And-
Was that the one with the little green dinosaur? In it?
Yeah.
I hated that
Ready,
game.
go! On the PlayStation, it makes sense because all the balls are different colours.
Yeah.
You play on the Game Boy, black, slightly less black, clear, slightly more clear,
Grey.
grey. After a
Dark
while,
grey.
this one's black with a triangle in the middle.
Oh,
Like,
such a vast difference.
My eyes couldn't cope with that, so I'm quite glad I upgraded onto. Actually, I can play it on the
The colour.
play it in colour on the Super NES adapter,
Or you
or on the Game Boy
with
Color.
Or on the Game Boy Advance.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you could.
So, but I'll probably play it on the big telly just to make it
Yeah.
easier. Quite frankly, that's the only reason I bought the Super NES adapter.
I regret getting rid of my Game Boy Advance.
I've still got one Game Boy Advance.
I've
And
got-
I've
I've
got
got
my
the-
original Game Boy.
I've got the Advance SP. I gave away my Game Boy Advance.
I've still
'cause,
got,
no
um,
backlight.
I've still got a Game Boy Color lurking somewhere. But
Anyway,
I wish-
Tetris.
yeah.
Tetris. Talk about Tetris.
I used to have Spyro Seasons of Ice. Sorry.
Carry on. Yeah. Reminisce
there
over.
There isn't a lot to Tetris.
No,
you
they-
basically
they've-
make lines
yeah,
out of the blocks.
clear lines. They're various shapes. Obviously, again, you'll see from the review. I presume you've watched it, because otherwise, what's the point in listening to the podcast? But the you've got to basically clear the lines before it fills all the way up to the top. If it fills up to the top, then you're dead, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
There's a link up there that says. That's right.
Tetris, the Soviet mind game.
I just spotted that.
Let's have a look.
What
at
is that? Is that a form of torture?
I have to
I
say,
think it's probably.
Oh my God! What is it? Tetris with a Russian ominous-looking castle.
It was designed by a Russian.
yeah.
Well, yeah.
It's a two-player puzzle game, and the game spread commercially amongst computers. Just computers. The people using them didn't spread it.
No. The computer just went. Have you seen this? Install this.
Yeah,
in your hard
it's
drive."
basically a two-player version of Tetris. But the
cocaine to them.
the actual Tetris thing, the original developer Alexei. Whatever.
Can I just point out the R on that Tetris logo is the wrong way around?
No, it's-
Alexei
yeah, you s- I'm-
Pazhinov.
I'm going to be really critical of your lack of knowledge of the Cyrillic language.
I
Um,
know.
The Russians have back to front R's.
I'm being silly.
Sorry.
That's all.
You can make anything look Russian by putting your arse
Yeah.
the other way around.
Put everything the wrong way
Fact.
around. Sorted.
But yeah, Alexei
And make it
he
Clever.
originally developed the game. He didn't actually get any royalties for the game. I think it's Pazitnov. Is, how you pronounce it? Pazitnov.
Pazhinov.
Pazitnov.
Paginov, probably.
Yeah, Pazitnov.
Oh yeah, it might
yeah.
be. Yeah.
Anyway, Alexei,
Enough
he
time
developed the
for those.
game in
4?
84. June the 6th, 84.
3 days after I was born.
Oh,
So
June '84 was a good time. to be
84 was a good year.
Yes.
Tetris and us.
Yes. Apart from him.
Yeah,
I
well, I
thought
say
you guys
us.
had-
I meant me and you.
Yeah, mine was August '88.
But yeah, Tetris has been pretty much ported to every format under the sun. It's like FIFA, pretty much. And again, it was the Peggle of its day, because Peggle's on pretty much everything now.
Yeah.
iPhone, PC, PlayStation, Xbox. Not on the Wii yet, is it?
I don't know. I don't
Might
know.
be.
If it isn't, then it probably should be. But it seems that that's sort of like casual game that the Wii owner would probably enjoy. But there we are. But yeah, it's on absolutely everything. I've got the modern version. It's owned by EA at the moment, the license for Tetris.
No wonder it's on bloody everything.
And
Yeah.
what isn't owned by
So,
EA these days?
So yeah, I've got it on the iPhone. I've also got the new Tetris on the N64.
Oh, it was really good.
I think I might actually have a copy of Tetris on my Game Boy.
Oh,
Um,
I think I did years ago. I don't know what happened to it.
I think I've
And,
got the original cart still.
yeah,
So
and I've also got the NES version,
Oh.
which
which we played.
yes, which is rather nice. Can't beat Tetris, I don't think. It's from Russia with fun. That is the best slogan. Let's steal the title of a Bond film and put it on the front cover of Tetris.
Doesn't even have Sean Connery. It
No.
wouldn't mind so much if it had Sean Connery's face embedded in like, I don't know, Tetris
Mm.
blocks or something. Made out of Tetris blocks. Oh, it even gives you a selection of the shapes as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
effects of Tetris on the brain. When
You
first
start seeing dreams of things falling into place.
I
that
think it helps you with spatial awareness.
Really?
when first
Oh.
playing Tetris, brain function and activity increases along with greater cerebral energy consumption, measured by glucose metabolic rate.
Oh.
As Tetris players become more proficient, their brains show a reduced consumption of glucose, indicating more efficient brain activity for this task. Even moderate playing of Tetris, which equates to half an hour a day for 3 months, boosts general cognitive functions such as critical thinking, reasoning, language and processing, and increases cerebral cortex thickness. You heard it here via Wikipedia.
Which is
I'm-
probably why we're really clever.
And
And
why
people
I'm
these
not.
days are complete idiots.
Okay, basically, if you were born after 1990, play Tetris for a while.
What's my excuse then?
You're just
I
stupid.
just should never play Tetris. Played
Um,
Tetris like a few times in my lifetime. That's about it. I might start playing it quite regularly from now on. In that case.
Back to the dream note, the game can also cause a repetitive stress symptom in that the brain will involuntarily picture Tetris combinations even when the player is not playing the game, otherwise known as the Tetris effect.
Sounds like a really bad sci-fi film.
Yeah, although this can occur with any computer game or situation showcasing repeated images or scenarios, such as a jigsaw puzzle, as you found out with Peggle.
and I also had
Guitar
Hero.
Yeah,
Dreams
Guitar
and,
Hero as well.
Bioshock 1 pipe hacking
Yeah.
dreams.
So
And
you're
Heavy Rain.
you're obviously quite
Oh yeah,
susceptible.
and heavy rain
Mm.
dreams.
Quick times, yeah.
I want to get out of bed. Press up. Hey.
No.
I've actually got to get up off the bed now.
You're
Press up again.
Obviously quite susceptible
I
to
think
the
I am.
Tetris effect.
Yes, yes.
I'm
But yeah,
quite-
it's
I'm quite
one of
worried.
those games that everyone, I think everyone should have played at some point.
Yeah.
And it's another one of those casual sort of video games where you can just lose yourself in it, and before you know it, you've lost a day.
Yeah.
Like Football Manager, but
All like I
without the
said.
complexity.
Or like I said, you may have lost a life.
Yeah.
Just you end up start playing it young, you finish it in a grave.
But yeah,
it's like the controversial PlayStation advert that was banned.
Xbox.
Was it?
Yes.
It was
I'll just,
PlayStation.
keep
It was
scrolling
born
up
and-
here.
Oh no! Yes, yes, it was Xbox. It was shot through the air and then landed in a grave.
Yeah, and all of the game's pieces, known as tetrominos, contain 4 segments. And they come in a variety of shapes, including L,
L backwards.
vaguely L-shaped.
Yes.
Well, it's like
Sort
three up, 1 across. Well, 3 up, 2 across, isn't it?
One across.
One
isn't it?
across.
Well,
It's-
three
it's
in the
basically-
line and 1 on the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then there's 4 in a straight line. There is
A square.
2 variations of 2 and
Z.
2 in a diagonal
A 2 and
Z
a Z.
shape. Yeah.
2 and a Z. And
Yeah.
and
L
A
and the
square
T.
and yeah, the T shape.
Oh yes,
And
that's it.
that basically is it.
And just slot them in where you see fit.
Puzzling games, fantastic.
Yes.
I'd also recommend a mate of mine had it on. I think it was on his Atari or Commodore. Erotic Tetris.
Erotic.
Oh.
That's another thing that we haven't mentioned. The amount of knockoffs of Tetris games.
Oh, there's.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
Cat-
No. Ah, very good. Very droll. Very droll.
Yes.
But yeah, there's lots and lots of variants, and let's have a look. List of Tetris variants.
We're going to be here.
You've got to
all
love
evening.
Wikipedia for its
Yeah.
informative ways.
There's Hatris, which is a variety of hats must be made to fall into stacks of 5 identical hats. That's designed by the original guy.
Really?
Yeah. Weltris, which is the less well-known sequel by the Tetris creator. Super Tetris. Super Tetris 2 and Bombless, which obviously seems to involve bombs. Tetris 2, which isn't an official sequel, I don't think. Tetris and Dr Mario, which is a compilation of the 2 games we've reviewed here with enhanced graphics and sound. That was on the SNES. I need to track that one down, I think.
Yeah. I'm just seeing what Super Tetris 3 and Sparklis, Magiclis,
And Familis.
Familis.
Uses the same concept as Bombless, but the bomb's explosions spread only as horizontal and vertical lines instead of being rectangular in shape. Tetris Blast, Tetris Attack, 3D Tetris, Tetris Plus 2, Tetris Sphere, Tetris DX on the Game Boy, Tetris 4D, which hasn't got any description whatsoever, but apparently it was on the Dreamcast, Tetris 64, Tetris the Grandmaster, Kids Tetris, the new Tetris, also on the N64. This had a new feature. When a 16-block square is made, which is 4x4, the tetrominos used to form the square are merged as 16-block squares. A square formed using different types of tetrominos is called a combo square or multi-square, and it appears silver. A square formed using 4 of the same piece is called a pure square or mono square, and it appears gold. All pieces but the S and Z can form mono squares.
That just sounds overly complicated.
Yeah.
It's a bit complicated, and you can also hold pieces in that one as well. So if you see a piece you want to keep for later, you can press I think it's the left trigger on the N64 and keep hold of it, and then you can swap it for a piece that you don't want to
do
use.
that.
Um,
It's just cheating your way through it. You just
Sega
wanna do it.
Tetris on the
Oh,
Dreamcast.
got Pokemon Tetris.
Oh,
Pokemon
dear.
Tetris, Tetris Ults, Tetris Elements,
They're squeezing Pokemon.
blah blah blah. Tetris PSP, released as part of
Really?
the PSP's Minis range.
Oh, that'll be why then.
Yeah.
It'll be on the network.
But it's by EA Mobile. They developed it, so go figure. And there's lots of unofficial games as well. Block Out, Tetris 1D. How do you do one dimension?
I think that's impossible, isn't it?
A joke version with a single column. The player is repeatedly given only the long piece and only has one control key to increase the falling rate. 1D Tetris was included in the Zero Gamer exhibition as a game that tests the viewer's endurance in meditative inaction. Okay then.
So it was rubbish then.
Yeah, I think we've ranted on enough. Now.
Yeah.
But it's one of those many cloned games that that just you can't beat
Works.
the original. So we'll wrap it up there, I think.
Yeah.
After we've just bored you with a list that you can just find on Wikipedia.
Yeah. Why
Joy.
not?
So
That's
yeah,
what we're here for.
So yeah, to bore people. Yeah. Why not? So we'll move on, and we'll see you next time. And thank you for listening, and goodbye.
Goodbye.